Pascal. You are now rocking with that dude Pascal. We be going wild, Haitian in the building, so original. Got the haters catching feelings. Get your hands up to the ceiling and keep them held high, cause St. Louis isn't ready. Forget about it, goodbye. Hold up, we just saying hi. Five somebody, rise up weekdays. Catch us live, somebody, let's go.
Good morning, everybody, and welcome to the Pascal Show. I hope you guys are all doing well out there, enjoying your day. It's gloomy over here in my neck of the woods, I'll tell you that. It is very, very gloomy over here, but this has been a very interesting series of events, y'all. Obviously, as we have been watching everything unfold ever since late Sunday night, all that has been revolving around this slap seen or heard around the world, real talk. People are starting to come in and chime in about this thing. We got a lot of things to talk about. Man, there's so many other stories I need to talk about as well. It's going to be a very busy day for me, so I'm going to be in and out on this show as far as like on this platform and all that. I'm going to be on the Nomiki show later on this evening, but they tape early, so I'm going to be on that here in a few hours. But there are a lot of other stories that I'm going to be covering, hopefully, today. I do have an interview with Naomi Irian's sister, Tamara Cartwright. She'll be on the show after the arraignment for the suspect that they have in custody right now, Troy Driver. And if you don't know about that story, please go check out my other shows, because we've been doing a heavy deep dive into that stuff. Real talk. So just a quick reminder on that. And of course, I definitely want to talk about Tyree Sampson, this young boy, 14-year-old teenager that died from riding a roller coaster, or not a roller coaster, but like a thrill ride at a theme park. So there's a lot to talk about aside from just the slap seen and heard around the world. But this keeps developing, and more people are coming out saying what they want to say about all this stuff. It is pretty damn insane. And trust me, we are going to be talking about these new developments, and of course, all these other stories that are starting to percolate as well. So I'm doing everything I can. I'm doing everything I can to keep up, y'all. I'm doing everything I can to keep up. So before we get into everything, because we got some things to talk about, this is something that dropped yesterday, but I wanted to jump on it, talk about this with all y'all, of course. So please do me a favor, hit that like button down below. That would really mean a lot. Please hit that like button down below. Send those likes all the way up. And of course, do not forget to hit that subscribe button. That would really mean a lot, and it'd be great to have you a part of the Pascal Show family. I'm not going to be here for a long time, but we're here for a good and informative and hopefully good time. So we got to get into some stories, y'all. We got some things to talk about. So before we go into the main topic that I have here, apparently this just recently happened. So I want to pull this up right quick so that you guys can see this. Apparently there's been a Chris Rock sighting. So I wanted to show you guys this, because this is brand spanking new. And it looks like he's still not saying anything. Now, there's been a rumor, or there has been something that has been shared all over. People thinking that Chris Rock has come out to say, put in his 2 cents about things and all that. And I'm going to be real. No, he hasn't. He hasn't issued any apology or any type of comment of any sort, any type of, nothing from his PR people, nothing from him, nothing, no live chat on his IG or TikTok or Twitters, on the twits, nothing. He hasn't done not a damn thing so far. So there has been a new sighting of him. This is breaking. And this is something that people are starting to share like crazy right now as we speak. There's so many pieces of interesting information that's revolving around the slap seen and heard around the world. I mean, even Zoe Kravitz is getting thrown under the bus, y'all. This is insane. So we got a lot to talk about. There's so much going on, and it's all this rumor BS and all that stuff. But let's get down to the meat and potatoes of everything. Now, I guess Chris Rock has been cited for the first time since the actual. I'll be honest, it was an attack. It was assault. Literally, legally speaking, it was assault. Will Smith committed a crime. I'm going to be honest. He broke the law. He walked out there and broke some laws. Real talk. Okay. No matter, I mean, there's the street law and then there's the law, right? There's the book, right? Street law. Some people sit here and go, he didn't do nothing wrong, right? He didn't break no laws in the laws of the streets, of these streets out here. But as far as the book, as far as the law, yeah. Will Smith did break some laws. So this is the article real quick before we go into the Jim Carrey stuff. This is just brand new. So I figured I'd share with all y'all because you guys are my fam. Okay. So be sure to hit that like button down below. Send those likes all the way up. But it says bruised ego. Downcast Chris Rock is seen for the first time since Will Smith slapped him at the Oscars. Stays tight-lipped as he arrives in Boston for tonight's sold-out show. I got some thoughts about this, but we're going to get into this here really quick. I need to expand this a little bit more. All right, there we go. It says Chris Rock stayed tight-lipped Tuesday when he was spotted in public for the first time since Sunday night's Oscars, where he was slapped by Will Smith during the live awards ceremony, making a joke about the actor's wife. The comedian, 57, kept his head down under a ball cap as he arrived in Boston. Isn't it funny? I'm sorry for breaking the sentence here, but isn't it funny that all celebrities seem to wear the baseball cap when they don't want to be seen? We already know what you look like. A baseball cap ain't gonna change nothing. You can't go incognito with a baseball cap. Just letting you know. Everybody knows your face. Why do people always think, oh, if I put on some shades and put a hat, the bill real down low on my face, no one will know that I'm Chris Rock? You see what I'm saying? He didn't wear shades, but you know what I'm saying. I just think it's always funny when controversy happens, they'll throw on a baseball cap and they suddenly think that everyone's going to go like, where did he go? He just disappeared. Where did he go? But anyway, I digress. Let's continue here. So he's his head down with a ball cap as he arrived in Boston around 6 p.m. on Tuesday ahead of his sold-out show Wednesday, and quickly got into a waiting vehicle, refusing to answer any questions about Sunday's slapdown. Okay. We're going to continue. I got thoughts. I got opinions about this. Smith has publicly apologized to Rock. Meh. I did a live talking about the apology, the public apology. Y'all could take a look at that, and you just heard me say meh. That's kind of how I felt about the apology. But let's get going here. Apologize to Rock for slapping him in one of the most shocking moments in award show history. Absolutely. Like I said, this is what he did was worse than Kanye. Yes, I said it. Worse than Kanye. Just saying. Rock declined to press charges, which, I commend him for it. He's taking the high road in a certain way. But Jim Carrey thinks different, which we are going to get to in a second, but has remained silent and out of public view. Yeah, I get it. I'm sure he needs to. He's a man. Let's keep it real. I'm sorry to say this, but you know what? Let me just say this right quick. He's a man. And most men, when it comes to, I'm sorry for saying it like that, but it's the truth. Most men, when it comes to something like this, when they are either publicly humiliated, publicly assaulted, most of the time they need a second to crawl back into their cave, lick their wounds, contemplate on what they've done or what transpired, and then they walk out a stronger person. That's just what guys do. It's in our DNA. It's just kind of naturally, it's a biological thing. We just we hide out, especially after a battle. You know what I'm saying? A battle, not a battle of wits, but a battle of fisticuffs, especially when you didn't get a chance to swing back. It can be a little emasculating. I'm just going to keep it straight funky with y'all. He didn't get a chance to swing. He didn't get a chance to walk over and drop them bows on him. He didn't get a chance to really say what was on his mind if you really think about it. He didn't get to go and curse him out or anything. He had to take the high road, which sucks sometimes. So then he goes back home and he has to sit there and contemplate, drink a cocktail, probably replay it. All the people out here that are Team Chris or Team Will right now, everyone's going, oh, yeah, he shouldn't have done this and that. He got what he deserved. My. You see what I'm saying? And then the other people out there going, oh, poor Chris, what happened to him? Oh, my Lord. Clutching my pearls. I'm praying for him. Just saying. So right now, that's kind of what he was doing. But I think he's also doing something else as well. Let me continue with this article right quick. Because there's a video of him, of course, who's like, hey, Mr. Rock, what do you think about this? You know what I mean? You know, that whole thing that you see in movies when controversy happens in a biopic, cameras come out and everyone's going, what do you think about the thing that happened? You have anything to say, sir? You know what I mean? So the comedian is scheduled to perform a sold-out show tonight, making it his first appearance since the incident at Sunday night's Oscar ceremony. Here he is right there. Splatter. Okay. Hat low. He got some headphones. I'm sure he's listening to a whole lot of DMX. You know what I'm saying? Oh, man. Okay. Like I said, I'm upset for both sides. I'm upset for both sides. But as someone who loves comedy and someone who really does respect comedy and believes in I'll say it, I'm going to say it, and believes in the First Amendment, the right to say the right to speak, the right to say what's on your mind. This sucks for him. And it's unfair that he got it sucks that he got slapped like that. It's bad. I don't think it's right, personally. And I think Will Smith needs to do better at apologizing than just putting out some statement going, meh, I'm sorry. Because there's a investigation going on and he can lose his W. Just saying. But moving on. All the way down to the sneakers. Wow, that's some bright ass sneakers. But anyway, head down. He ain't saying nothing. He ain't saying nothing. Okay. We're going to go into the video. You can see it, all the stills. You know what I mean? Here he is walking. And then there he is with his head down walking. And there's another still of him walking inside his plush tour bus. Anyway, this is the interesting part here. And I said it on yesterday's show, if I'm correct. Ticket prices for Rock's Ego Death, which is very interesting that it's called Ego Death. Ego Death World Tour soared into the thousands as demand for seats spiked after Smith marched on stage during the live show Sunday and smacked the stunned comedian across the face. You see what I'm saying? He about to make the monies. He makes the monies. Look, he got smacked in the face, so he's still winning. He's still winning right now. He making the monies. He's securing the bags. Okay? Tickets on StubHub, not P-Hub, you dirty mother lovers, are listed between, get this, $125 to almost $400. Why did they say $399? Just say $400, a cool $4. On Vivid Seats, tickets are listed between $244 and $1,000 150 doll hairs. Bruh. And on TickPick, nah, you guys are dirty. Tickets are listed between $307 to $1,463. So that's $1,463. So it sounds like if you really want the cheap tickets, go to StubHub. And they do not sponsor this show. But StubHub, if you're interested, holla at your boy. Moving on. After arriving in Boston Tuesday, Rock is seen again later that night, leaving a Boston hotel with his entourage as he exited through a side door and immediately got into his waiting vehicle. He was thought to be headed to the Wilbur Theater for rehearsals ahead of his now sold-out shows. So the slap scene around the world, he's about to make some monies off of this. He's about to kill it. He about to kill it and kill it and kill it, making the monies. He will perform 6 shows at the Wilbur this week at 7:30 and 10 p.m. Wednesday through Friday. Tickets for all shows are sold out, but tickets through third-party distributors reportedly are still available. And also, you can also do that dude that's on the side of the street, you feel me, who's scalping tickets. That's another way, that's the fourth party distributor, them scalpers. And you could probably get it for 100 for 2. Not really, but you know what I'm saying. Wishful thinking from the scalpers. And if a scalper's giving it to you for $100, it fake. Okay? It be fake, man. All right? So moving on. We don't need to know all the ticket stuff, but if you're interested in checking that stuff out, check out his website and find out all that information. But he's got his head down. He sees the paparazzi and all that media and all that getting in his face, wanting to know what's going down. Let's take a look at the footage. Let's see this beautiful bean footage and see what's popping off of this thing. Gotta wait for these commercials. Gotta love that. But this stuff is pretty wild. Okay. So here is the video.
Hey, can I ask you a couple questions?
He ain't playing.
No.
Still, they're trying. They trying. So, as you can see, it's quick. That's some quick stuff. That is some quick ass stuff. But he ain't with it. He ain't with it. He ain't doing it. He ain't down for it and all that. So here's the thing. Before we go on to this, into the Jim Carrey stuff, first off, please hit that like button. Send those likes past 400 likes. That would really mean a lot. I see about 800 souls watching the show on all platforms. So please do that. And also do not forget to hit that subscribe button. Working hard out here in these streets. So if you are watching on YouTube, hit that subscribe button. If you're watching on Facebook, Twitter, Twitch, please be sure to hit that follow button, that like button, or whatever button you need to know you need to do so that you are connected with this show and what's going down. And also, if you're on Twitter or if you have a Twitter account and are interested in following this little show that could or that will, please, not the slap will, but I mean the will, like the might, the will. Please follow me on Twitter, The Pascal Show, one word. That would really, really mean a lot to me. Okay. So here it is. This is something else. The reason why Chris Rock isn't saying anything right now is because he's going to be using this opportunity to make some really great content on stage. Hear me out. Hear me out real quick. And I do agree with you, Gayle 80. You know what I mean? Keep your head up, man. That's all I'm saying. Keep your head up, Chris. Not everybody hates you. I won't ever make that joke again because I know everybody else has. But here it is, though. He ain't saying nothing right now because he's about to spill it all on the stage. And also, he's got this ego death tour. He's in the middle of working on some new material. Obviously, he just got slapped. He is now not only known for his amazing stand-up work. Come on, man. You cannot tell me that he's not one of the greats, one of the living greats of stand-up comedy, one of the greats at storytelling. This man is extremely talented. He's been doing stand-up since God knows how. He's one of the old young heads out here. If you think about it, he's been out here doing stand-up for decades. He is known as telling his life story on stage, as most comedians do. So, with that being said, you don't think that he's using this opportunity to sit there and ruminate? Let this thing just marinate in his bones, get it all the way down to the marrow. And then get it on stage and work it out. That's what I meant by he's been home in his cave, curled up in a ball, drinking his very expensive scotch, I'm sure. He looks like a scotch drinker. I don't know. Mending his wounds, but also putting his feelings and thoughts on paper. Then on top of it, who's to say that maybe he was about to put out a statement and then his PR agent, he was like, man, I'm about to put out the tweet right now. And he goes, the PR agent's like, no. Don't say nothing. He's like, man, why? Why? Gotta understand. You know what I'm saying? Gotta put this thing out. And they said, don't say nothing. Why? We see people starting to buy your tickets. Put this stuff on stage. Also, wait a second. Hold up. Rock, Chris, my boy, Chrissy, chill. Hold up. Got an idea. You put this on a special. You don't think we're going to get some deals coming out? Asking, begging to add an extra zero. They will be more than happy to put an extra zero on that special to put on Netflix. We just thickened our deal. We got more leverage, baby. Don't say nothing. Work that material out on this tour. And then when that ego death special comes out, we will sell it for millions because everybody and their mama is going to want to be there to hear your side of the story. To the moon, Alice. Monies. You don't think that's happening? You don't think that's why he's got his head down low with the hat, thinking that he puts that on after he walks out of a multi-million-dollar tour bus that probably says Chris Rock Ego Death Tour on the side? You don't think that he thinks nobody's going to see that that's Chris Rock? You Chris Rock. Shut your mouth. A hat. He's going to go incognito. Come on now. Let's be real. Okay? Let's keep it straight funky here. He's working all his emotions, all his frustrations, all of his forgiveness, probably. He's probably on stage going, I forgive them. I forgive Will, not them. I forgive Will. And my bad. But whilst I'm up here, is Will Smith in the audience? Okay, I'm going to say what I really think real quick. The possibilities are bloody endless. Let's keep it real, y'all. Let's keep it real. And if you feel me with what I'm saying, please do me that favor. Hit that like button. I see over 1,200 souls in the house. Good morning to every single last one of y'all. You guys are incredible. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for being on this conversation. We got some stuff to talk about this morning. So please hit that like button down below. Send it past 500 likes. That's all I ask. I keep saying it before. It doesn't even burn a calorie. And guess what? It's so dope that it's free 99. It's so free to just hit that button down below. Just boop, boop, like button. Free 99s. Just do that for me. 500 likes. Simple ask. Okay. Thank you, guys, for all your love and support and your comments. And of course, do not forget to hit that subscribe button down below. All right. I really, really appreciate it. But as you can see right here, he about to work everything out on stage. That's it. I'm going to save all the BS for my show. I'm going to say it all out. I'm going to get it all out on stage. You don't understand. For a comedian, especially, this is what he loves to do. This is his God-given talent. This is what God put him on this earth for. If you're a God-loving, fearing person. But he obviously did this. He's obviously not putting anything out right now because the stage and that microphone and that audience is his sanctuary. So he's going to be able to work out any problems, any kinks, any issues right there on the stage. And then on top of it, he's going to make $1 million+ on this tour because everyone will want to be the first in the room to hear what he has to say about all the stuff that's going on. Here it is, though, if he is already starting to talk about it, I'm sure at some point during this tour, he will speak up. If he hasn't started already. But whoever is his PR and his team and all that, I think they're playing a really smart move right now. They're playing it smart. They're being very, very smart about this. Real talk. Head down, hat down low. They're being very, very smart. And if you don't agree with me, just wait. Just wait. Just you wait. All I say is, please, Chris Rock, por favor, do not, I repeat, do not go on Red Table Talk. Don't. Please. Just don't. I don't think it's going to be a good look for you, in my personal opinion. Work it out on stage, say what you need to say, make amends behind the scenes if there's room to make amends. And that's it. That's what I ask for. Just saying that out loud. Okay? But definitely comment down below. Let me know what you think on this. What are your thoughts on this whole thing? Do you think Chris Rock is this him pissed off? Is this him pissed off? Or do you think he's still ruminating? He's still marinating. He's still kind of going through the process. You got to understand, this is not only as a human being is it embarrassing, but as a man, it's very, very emasculating. And then on top of it, this was on international television. We already saw it on my show a couple days ago. I think it was yesterday. This was broadcast, there were people translating it in Japanese live, baby. Live. Uncut, uncensored, nothing but raw. Everyone saw it. Every corner of the world saw this slap. Will Smith smacked him like he was nothing. Like he was a little pea. I'm sorry I have to say the expression, but you know what I'm saying. He bitch slapped him. I'm going to say it. I'm sorry. But he did. Do you know how emasculating that is? And the fact that he couldn't retaliate, which I give him mad props because he took the high road. He handled it like a true G and a true professional. And he kept the show going because that show that whole thing could have gone south fast. So he's working things out. But at the same time, yeah, Bobby Jolie. Hold on. Yeah. In a way, Chris is winning right now. He about to win. Maybe this is emasculating for him right now, but the monies that he's going to see. And that special that's going to most likely come out on Netflix for a multi-million-dollar deal. I'm thinking Dave Chappelle money. This could have revived his whole entire career as a stand-up comedian. Real talk. So in a way, if he plays his cards right, Chris gonna win, and he gonna win big. Just saying. But definitely comment. Let me know what your thoughts on this. Period. But yes, he needs to get his dignity and his ego and his pride back. And that's one thing I think he's still working on right now. And eventually, when everything comes together, we about to hear Chris. And it's going to be hilarious, and it's going to be thought-provoking, and it's going to be phenomenal, and it's going to be expensive. That's my thoughts on that. That's what my think on that. Okay. But we got to go on to the next piece, the top story, the front page news, because obviously this is all brand new. This piece right here. I will most likely cut this out as its own standalone piece here after the show. So be on the lookout for that. But I also do have a secondary channel where I'm putting out all my other clips as well. It's called The Pascal Show Clips. Please go and subscribe to that channel as well, because, I know a lot of people don't want to see a full show. They just want to see clips and, see moments from the show and get like the general gist of just that one piece and not sit through an hour, maybe an hour and a half of a show. So please go over to the Pascal Show Clips, hit that subscribe button. That would really, really mean a lot. I'm starting to put all that kind of content over there so that they're more bite-sized content. So if you're on the go and you just want to hear that one story, you can hear it right over there. So please hit that subscribe button over at the Pascal Show Clips. That would really, really mean a lot. And that's still brand new. But anyway, we got to go into this. But, keep the comments rolling. I'd love to hear your thoughts on this Chris Rock sighting. If it's something that you are down with or not. Or do you think he's really that sad? I mean, obviously he's sad. But what are your thoughts on it? You never know. A book might be coming out. You never know. I'm just saying, you never, ever, ever, ever know. Okay? So we got to go into Jim Carrey. Now, Jim Carrey had some things to say, y'all. He had some thoughts about what's going on here. And what he said was, I rock, no pun intended, but I rock with Jim Carrey. He may be an outside thinker. He's really outside of the box like a mug. All right. He really is kind of an outside the box thinker. But I think that's what's so incredible about him. And that's what I rock with him about. He's a little different, but I like it. Real quick, the Pascal Show Clips. Thank you, Debbie. Thank you to my mods, to all y'all mods out here. Y'all incredible. Thank you so much. But the Pascal Show Clips is linked up or pinned to the top of the chat. Please go over there just really quick. Hit that subscribe button so that you don't miss out on all those pieces that get cut out and put on to that channel. Okay. But anyway, I rock with Jim Carrey. I think he's just a very unique individual. And I think we need more people who think like this. And I'm not talking about crazy conspiracy type ish. I'm talking about the kind of stuff where you just go, wow, this is what's going down. This is blah, 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 so on and so forth. You know what I mean? Somebody who's really thinking about it and being honest and true to themselves and true to the moment and true to the situation, not because they've been, swayed or influenced by a specific side or a party or whatever. Because everybody, I've been seeing other people comment on this, and some of them are commentators, political pundits, and they always seem to try to flip this around and try to make this some political BS. And I'm like, just shut up. Talk about the human condition. Talk about what's really going on here. And that's one thing that I have mad respect for with Jim Carrey. So I got this article, and we're going to look at this video here real quick, but let's look at this article quickly. Okay, from the Hollywood Reporter, Jim Carrey says Will Smith should have been arrested for Oscar's slap. I mean, he did break the law. Let's keep it real. Okay, so real quick, before we go into this interview that he had with Gayle King, let's get into this article. Jim Carrey made clear he believes that Will Smith slapping Chris Rock during Sunday's Oscars not only did irreparable damage to his legacy, but to the entire Hollywood industry. In a recent CBS Mornings interview with Gayle King to promote Sonic the Hedgehog 2, Carrey said Smith should be facing far greater consequences for slapping Rock after the comic made a joke about his spouse, Jada Pinkett Smith. Not only was Smith not ejected from the event, but he got a standing ovation shortly thereafter. We talked about this when he won Best Actor for King Richard. Smith issued an apology on social media Monday. Rock has yet to publicly address the matter, which we already know. The Academy of Motion Pictures Arts and Sciences will conduct a formal review. Now, we already know all of this stuff. He says that he was sickened by the entire situation, which included the ovation and after King made a comment to everyone else would have been at least ejected and perhaps arrested, Carrey responded. He should have been. So Gayle King made a comment that anyone else would have been at least ejected and perhaps arrested. That's when Carrey said he should have been. Now, we already know that Rock hasn't pressed charges or anything of that sort, but Carrey had some things to say about this. So I wanted to show you guys this quick clip. Of course, I'm going to be cutting in and out of it. I'm sorry, but these are the breaks. This is how we do, unfortunately, so that we don't get smacked in the face with anything and I can't show this piece or this segment, okay? But let's take a look at this piece.
You watched it unfold, and then what happened after?
I was sickened. I was sickened by the standing ovation. I felt like Hollywood is just spineless, en masse. And it really felt like, oh, this is a really clear indication that we're not the cool club anymore.
Okay. One thing I want to say really quick is, first off, he ain't wrong. He ain't wrong. It is kind of surprising. I even said myself, I was like, you know what? I would kill to see what is going to happen at this point on. After the slap happened. There was no security that came up. I mean, you would think that there would be security there. There's plenty of impassioned, over-the-top, eccentric actors out here that may have beef with people, so on and so forth, that feel some type of way. People are crazy out here. You don't think that somebody went out of their way to do, to try to do something during one of those events? They got to have security. But then that's where I'm like, where the security at? Where did it go? No one came up. It did nothing. Because he's Will Smith? That's kind of ridiculous, yo. That's kind of ridiculous. And the part is, even more surprising, is that still even after that, and I agree with that. I even said it on the show a couple of shows ago. I think it was the day where I was asking if it was real or fake. He still got a standing ovation for winning Best Actor. And in my mind, I keep thinking, man, I'm surprised they didn't rip up the envelope and say, print out a new one. He doesn't deserve this Oscar. Period. I'm surprised they didn't say that. Or I'm surprised they said, due to what's going on, we need to look into things. I'm sorry, Will. Say it live. You just embarrassed. One, you embarrassed Chris Rock. Two, you embarrassed you put a stain on the entire ceremony itself. Now they're going to have to change things in the future for future shows. You got to be real. Let's think about it. They're going to have to change everything. And no one cared about who won afterwards. Everyone was still reeling. The internets were still reeling over the slap seen and heard around the world. And I'll say this too, because I'm seeing some people saying it was staged. If it was staged, why was it staged? And don't give me some crazy conspiracy theory, because I've seen it, I read them all, and they all BS. If this was staged, why would he be willing to risk his whole entire career, his image, his legacy, his livelihood to slap Chris Rock if it was staged? Just saying. Just saying. But moving on.
There was some question today about if anyone else had walked from the audience and done that, they would have been escorted out by security or maybe even arrested. The police asked Chris if he wanted to file charges. They asked Chris, do you want to file charges? And Chris apparently said, no, he did not.
He doesn't want the hassle. I'd have announced this morning that I was suing Will for $200 million because that video is going to be there forever. It's going to be ubiquitous.
Yep. Here's the other piece. That's why I'm saying that what I love about this interview, and what I love about Jim Carrey is he's speaking truth. He's speaking facts. Wherever you stand on, whatever side you stand on, let's keep it real. Stand on straddle the fence for a second with me. No matter what side you look at this is forever burned in everyone's brains. This is going to be forever on the internet. It will forever be a meme. It will forever be a clip. No one's going to ever forget this moment. Because Will Smith decided to go up there and knock down not only just Chris Rock, but knock down the ceremony down a few pegs. And that's sad. The whole thing. Embarrassing. Embarrassing. I could not agree more with this. I could not. Hold on, let me fix this real quick.
You know, that insult is going to last a very long time. If you want to yell from the audience and disapprove or show a disapproval or say something on Twitter or whatever, you do not have the right to walk up on stage and smack somebody in the face because they said words.
Okay. So what say you? I said that. Wow, I can't believe I just said that. What say you? But what say you guys? What do you think? Do you agree with that? Do you agree with that? Let me roll that back just a little bit. One more second. I want to hear that one more time.
If you want to yell from the audience and disapprove or show a disapproval or say something on Twitter or whatever, you do not have the right to walk up on stage and smack somebody in the face because they said words.
Okay. Now, in the world of the law, right? You can't really do that. Just because somebody says something to you, that's one thing. In the rules of the streets, though, if we talking streets, I mean, people put hands on each other all the time for saying something. But in the world of the law, Chris had every right to go up there and make his joke, whether you like it or not. He had the right to say that. He has his freedom of speech. His job is to go up there and roast the stars. That's how they all do. It is known by all that they go up there and they roast. They roast. So why is a joke towards Jada, in which he makes jokes on everybody, any different? Why today of all days it not being okay? I will also say this. I understand defending your family's honor, but there's a time and place for everything. And I've said this before, and I'm going to echo what Jim Carrey's saying here too. Again, because he's echoing what I've said before. He could have easily just said, "Keep my wife's name out your effing mouth." He could have easily done that from his chair and everything would have been fine. Sure, everybody and their mama would have been like, yo, what's up with him? He's so angry, so on and so forth. And it still would have been a meme. It still would have been viral. People still be talking about it to this day. But he would not have put violence in the equation. That's fine. You could be a heckler. You could tell somebody, shut up. You could. That's your right. But when you put your paws on them, when, like I said, you go into fisticuffs, that's a whole other enchilada. That's a whole other Charles Dickens story. But let's continue on here, y'all. He got more. He got more to say.
No, I agree. I think we all agree on that. I just thought, Jim, that it escalated to that. You know what I mean? That it escalated to that level.
It didn't escalate. It came out of nowhere because Will has something going on inside him that's frustrated, and I wish him the best. I really do. I don't. I don't have anything against Will Smith.
He don't want to get slapped either. He's like, man, I got nothing. Hold up. I got no problems with Will Smith. I don't need him coming up to go bing bong, open up the door. Hey, like that. I don't need that. Hold up. I don't want no drama. But
he's done great things. But that was not a good moment. It cast a pall over everybody's shining moment last night. You know, a lot of people worked really hard to get to that place and to have their moment in the sun and to get their award for the really hard work they did. And it is no mean feat to go through all the stuff you have to go through when you're nominated for an Oscar. It's a gauntlet.
Yep. So, Brother Carrey ain't wrong. Brother Jim is not wrong here, y'all. He is not. He is speaking the absolute facts here. Yes, the amount of stress that you got to go through to go and promote a movie, get it out there. Then you go on and find out that you're nominated for an Oscar, which is one of the highest accolades you can ever achieve as an actor. And it could change or destroy, which we are now seeing literally. We saw it with our own two eyes. It could literally make or destroy your career. Now, we've seen other people who have won Oscars before, and then they get the Oscar curse where they can't ever make another movie again, or they try to make a movie and it's not the same as the movie that they've done before. You see what I'm saying? That Oscar-winning performance. It's like the one time and only time. You see what I'm saying? I'm sorry to say this, but Jamie Foxx, I'm sorry. He came up, killed it in Ray. Destroyed it. Also alumni, a fellow alumni in Living Color with Jim Carrey. Shout out to In Living Color, one of my favorite shows growing up. Yes, I'm a product of the 90s. Yeah. Okay. So you got, sorry, but Jamie Foxx won an Oscar. When was the last time he did a movie that was dope? Like dope. Where he was the lead and he was like, blam. You see what I'm saying? Even so, Black Anonymous, you ain't wrong, my brother. Where did that go? Where did that go? Dag nabbit. Where did it go? You had a good point right there, Black Anonymous. Bam. What about Monique? Won an Oscar. Killed that ish. When was the last time you seen Monique do anything? And she was blackballed, blacklisted, whatever you want to call it. You ain't never seen her really do much anymore. She's still doing stand-up and stuff like that. But when was the last time you saw her do a dope-ass movie? I'm just saying that out loud, babies. When was the last time you saw some stuff? You're like, bam. Well, Nick Perkins, okay. You know, Django, yes. That was very, very, I mean, I enjoyed it. But it became very controversial for a lot of people, so on and so forth. But like I said, as far as his legacy goes, as far as the amount of movies he has done recently, when was the last time you saw him in a movie? Django's a while ago. A good movie, I'm sorry. Been in plenty of other movies, but were they good? There's plenty of actors that have won that highest achievement, that highest accolade, and got nothing and received nothing from it. It became a curse. Some guys you didn't even see him ever perform ever again. Real bloody talk. Which is sad, yo. Which is sad. So what's crazy for me right now is that you look at something like Will Smith, right? And we're seeing his downfall right now, right when he wins an Oscar. As soon as he hits the top of the mountain, he's dropping down. Downward spiral fast. Just saying. Yeah, sure. Spider-Man, sure. Psst, sure. I don't consider those fantastically amazing performances from Jamie Foxx. Personally, I just don't. But then you got people like Adrian Brody. He was the in The Pianist, a movie that was actually directed by Roman Polanski, another person that has a very interesting and tarnished past as well. Very crazy tarnished past. Everything from his wife being taken from the Manson clan to being accused of some real crazy allegations to the point where he fled the country. Yeah, he's still out here making movies though. And then they're still being praised and loved by the Academy, which is very interesting as well. But anyway, I digress. Adrian Brody, when was the last time you saw him in a really good movie? Pianist, and that was it. And then he just disappeared. Now he does movies and he's in shows and stuff, but he ain't doing nothing. So what I'm trying to say is there's a real alleged curse when you win that Oscar. Some people are able to finesse it and make a really great career off of their Oscar, and some people just dissipate, just vaporize because they're like, remember that guy? Whatever happened to that guy? He won this and he did this amazing thing, so on and so forth, and then disappear. You see what I'm saying? Crazy, yo. Crazy. So because of that, yeah. Ain't that something? You feel me? So this man Will, okay, so anyway, this man Will had an opportunity, and it feels like fate, God, Allah, whatever you believe in, the particles that make matter in this world, a lane was built in front of him. A road was built in front of him. He had two different lanes he could have gone down, and he decided to go down the one where he walks onto the stage and smacks Chris Rock in the face. And when I look at something like what Jim Carrey said here, I can't help but completely and utterly agree with everything that he's saying here, because it's not right. And it's funny because you also see that Gayle King is still kind of like, she obviously is a friend of the Smiths. So she's still kind of trying to defend this dude, trying to defend Will Smith for what he has done. But when we look at it in a legal sense, when we look at it legally, we ain't talking about no streets. We talking about legally. It's just very interesting that nothing happened to Will. Not one thing. He got to stay there. They brought him up on the stage. They gave him a standing ovation. They gave him all the love. He was able to leave there with the statue, dancing around, having a great time, getting jiggy with it. Is that right? Is that fair? I leave that up to you. I leave that question up to y'all. What do you think? Do you agree with Jim Carrey? I'll tell you this. I do. I agree with him. We have to look at this. We have to look at this the right way. And we also got to do this too. Speaking of another Oscar-winning performance, this makes me think of A Time to Kill with Matthew McConaughey. He's doing his speech, his final speech, and he's doing that speech talking to the jury and all that. And he's like, now, after all that stuff happens, imagine that daughter be white. Now, I'm going to ask you guys this. Imagine you are on the stage and you are making that joke. and then somebody comes up on stage, maybe a little bit bigger than you. Let's be kind. Not gigantic, but just a little bit bigger than you, comes up and smacks you in the face for making a joke. Now, you're known for being a comedian. You're known for making jokes. You're known for roasting everybody in the room and they mama, including roasting yourself. And you get smacked in the face. Are you going to sit here and say that this is okay? That this be cool? Yeah, I deserve that. Yeah. I'm going to say no. This is the thing that we have to talk about, because when it comes to comedians, and because it's nice to have another comedian in the room, this dude right here, to talk about this, because a lot of comedians are sitting here, a lot of comedians are getting destroyed because of going up and saying jokes, which sucks. Now, I'm not going to try to get deep dive and go into anything too crazy about the recent stand-up issues that we've been seeing. But I do find it interesting that comedians are starting to become destroyed. It's almost to the point where comedians can't even go up there and say anything. And that's not right. If you know that you're walking into a comedy show and you end up being the one who gets roasted for a second, you got to take it. You're the one who is supposed to take it on the chin. You should know that you're walking into a place, and if you're in front row, let's just be real, or you are the centerpiece of the night, you might get a few digs, a few small jokes. In my opinion, those jokes were tiny in comparison to what Chris Rock could have really said, but he didn't go there. He made one joke, and that's it. But I keep saying this too, and somebody else said this to me a couple days ago. I keep thinking, like, if The Rock came up, let's just say this, and he made that joke, would Will Smith go up there and smack him in the face? Shoot, bad. This may not be the best guy in the world, but what if Joe Rogan went up there and asked this and said this joke? Ricky Gervais. I'm trying to think of any other person that's gone up. Jimmy Kimmel. Let me think. Any other person that's actually hosted. Billy Crystal. Okay, we're going all the way back. Okay, we going deep dive. We going deep cuts up in this biz naive. Just saying. You go in there. Shoot, Don Rickles. Thank you, Yaya Kelly. Don Rickles. He is the king of roasts. What if he went up and did that? And no, I have not seen the discussion that Joe Rogan put out. I'm gonna have to take a look at that when I get some time, for sure. But this is what I mean by, if it was Dave Chappelle even, would he still get smacked in the face? Eddie Murphy, exactly. What if it was Kevin Hart? Any of those people, would they still get smacked? Or is there something deeper going on here? And that's why Chris Rock is getting got smacked in the face. He didn't get punched. He got smacked. But it's demasculating and it's embarrassing as hell, getting smacked in the face in front of millions of people. And what sucks is that Will Smith will never be able to live this down. Not ever. He won't. He could try as hard as he can to apologize and do the please, baby, please. But I don't think he's ever going to be able to walk away from this. People are not going to let him live this down. This is a huge stain on his career. Gigantic. Violence is never the answer. Never. Unless you have to put violence because of protecting yourself, because there's physical harm coming at you. To protect yourself, to protect your family. I understand that piece. But when somebody just makes a joke and that's their job, to make a joke, I'm not with it, y'all. And yes, this is way deeper, I'm sure. There's something deeper going on, but it's just sad. Now, this is when I wish I had the the video. Maybe, hey, Lady Justice, maybe while I'm talking really quick, Lady Justice, my sweetheart, my partner here, if you can, maybe you can help me find the interaction between Jada and Will Smith on the Red Table Talk, the entanglement clip. I just want to show the entanglement that there's like a little bit of an interaction that Will Smith and Jada have. I just want us to look at his face real quick. If you can find that clip, I'd really appreciate it. Or anybody, if you can send it to me in an email, I'd really, really appreciate it because I want us to look at that right quick before the show's end. Okay. So just let me know if anybody finds it, just let me know because I don't need the whole thing. I just need a little bit of a clip to show you guys what I'm talking about. Because even Jim Carrey said it in the interview. He is going through something and something deeper than that one joke. Real talk, that was just the straw that broke the camel's back. There's something more going on, and it's been going on since, I think, before the entanglement. But now that became public knowledge, which I really want to show you guys, because you could see how torn this man is. He is torn, but he has to sit there and take that. And then all of a sudden, he snaps. It's just something I want to see. If we can get it, I'd really appreciate it. But I'm going to move on to the next part of this story, or next part of the show. I got another story to tell, so we got to get into it, okay? Now, here's the other piece. Chris Rock's brother has finally spoken out. He speaks out. He's got some opinions about all this stuff, and away we go. Here it is. Tony Rock says it's on when asked about Oscars in his incident with Chris Rock and Will Smith. Now, this is Tony Rock. He is a friend of the show. He's been on my show before. He's a really great dude. Great conversation I had with him a few years back. Can't wait and hope to have him back on the show very, very soon. But yes, this is Chris Rock's brother, Tony Rock. He's a stand-up comedian. He's been in a bunch of movies as well. He's been making a name for himself out here as well. All right. And also, do me a favor, guys. Hit that like button down below. I see over 2,700 souls in the house right now. Please do me a favor. Hit that like button. Send it past 1K real quick. Like I said, it doesn't take much to hit that like button. So hit that like button down below. Get it to 1K for me. That would really mean a lot. And of course, let's not forget to hit that subscribe button if you haven't done so already. Welcome to the Pascal Show. And welcome to the family. Okay, let's get into this article. Now, Will Smith slapping Chris Rock at the Oscars is an event that keeps on giving. Just when you thought the conversation was over, Chris Rock's younger brother, Tony Rock, had a few things to say about the situation. During Tony's weekly Q&A session on Twitter, 20 Questions Tuesdays, people asked about the obvious Chris Rock being slapped by Will Smith after joking about Jada Pinkett Smith's shaved hair and referring to her as G.I. Jane. One commenter said, "Do you approve of the apology?" Tony tweeted, "No." When asked if things were going to remain "quote unquote" professional or fight fire with fire, he replied, "It's on, bro." As some assumed, he was alluding to trading places with Chris. The actor referred to the movie Trading Places when asked what movie he would love to star in. Interesting. Someone also asked if Smith's Oscar should be removed or revoked. Tony answered, "Not my call." As he continued, someone asked who hit stronger, Smith or Jada's boyfriend, seemingly alluding to August Alsina. He replied, "Mama Rock." Tony also said his brother was still rich and still doing fine after the incident. Obviously, he's doing just fine. While Tony answering questions, he spoke about Dwayne Martin. Someone asked if they were still friends. He said, "Nah," stating then it must be a tough situation to be in. Tony continued to add, for him. What do y'all think of this situation? Speaking, what do you all think about Tony talking about this situation? I'd love to know as well. But Tony Rock had things to say, and he said, it's on. He said, who hits harder? He said, Mama Rock. Yeah, that mama slap is no joke, man. That'll cause amnesia. Real talk. Boom. What? Who am I? What's my name? I don't know what? Mama, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Are you my mom? But yeah, it's no joke, y'all. It's no joke. But Tony Rock, he holding it down for Chris. That's what family does. That's exactly what family does. And I don't blame him. I don't blame him for feeling any type of way. Like I said, it's embarrassing that this ever even happened in front of the whole world. So of course there's going to be people feeling some type of way about this. Maeve Martinez, thank you so much. Maria Martinez, I'm sorry. Thank you so much for the $5 super chat. First time here, good show, interesting. Thumbs up. Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you so much for the $5 super chat. I really do appreciate it. I did miss a super chat earlier, but I want to say to the person who did do that, thank you so much for the super chat as well. I really do appreciate it. Seriously. Okay. Tony Rock, Jojo just said, could I get Tony Rock back on? I would love to get Tony Rock back on. That is something that I'm going to need to see what I can do. You know, I got a bunch of interviews that I'm trying to line up for that have nothing to do with this. That have nothing to do with Slapgate. I'll just call it that. But I would love to see if I can get him back on the show to chop it up and talk about this. But I'm sure everybody and their mom is trying to reach out to him to get him to put in his 2 cents. But I'll see what I can do. I will definitely see what I can do. I'm not going to give you any empty promises, but I'll see what I can do. But obviously, Tony Rock is not happy about it. I'm sure the Rock family is not even happy about this. And I'm not surprised. Yeah, I need to make that you're right. You're right, Lady Justice. You're right. I need to do that. I'm working on it right after the show. I promise you that. So, I don't blame the family for feeling some type of way. I really don't. I really, really don't. And I'd be pissed if I were in that family as well. And if I was in Smith's family world, I'd be pissed about that too. Because I'm like, Dad, like if I was Jada, or if I was not Jada. Why am I forgetting his name? The son's name. I feel like a jerk. Willow and why am I forgetting his name? Oh my God. Help me out. What's the son's name? Oh, I feel like an idiot. Hamburger. What's his name? Jaden. Damn. Jaden. Oh my Lord. My Lord. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry, Jaden. Icon is still one of my favorite tracks. I'm going to be real. But I don't blame. I get Jaden having his side, but for me, I'm like, no, Dad, the bag. I mean, that's what I feel. If I were his son, I'd be like, no, the bag, Dad, the bag. I'd be so upset right now. Because now he's tarnished so much. He has a long hill. Like it's a long mountain he has to climb back towards redemption. It's a long journey back towards redemption. He got to do some work. That's all I'm saying. He got some work to do. Real quick, AA, thank you so much for the $5 super chat. I am a bit concerned. Always perceived a cool detachment with Jada. Keeps saying she has him emotionally messed up. He messed himself up for what? Yes. That's the thing. What is it that just, made him snap? Well, I'm hoping that I got something in the emails real quick. Let me see if I got it, because I think that this is something that we should all look at, because just to be completely real, that entanglement conversation was really, really something else. And damn, okay. I was hoping that I was going to get some help from the fam, but it is okay. I will just show this. I'm just going to show this piece. I was hoping that I could show like at least shoot. Hold on. Let's see here. It sucks because as soon as you type in the word entanglement, it is instantly just the slap. it revolves around the slap heard around the world. Real talk. That's all it is. Let me pull this photo up for you guys right quick. And I was hoping to show a video because I wanted to show. Oh wait, maybe. There it is. There she blows. Thank you so much. There she is. Yes. Well, I wanted to show this quick photo since I already got it posted. Bang. I mean, you just see the look on his face, right? You see the look on his face. It ain't pretty. It ain't pretty. You can see that he on that struggle bus. Like he hasn't slept in days. Why do you think? I think this is deeper than we actually have really fathomed, that we even put in our own brains. He's going through he's going through it, y'all. He going through it. So let me pull this video up so we can see this for ourselves as well. Because like I said, this is, let me blow this up so you guys can see it a little bit more. I'm not going to play the whole thing, but this part, there's some pieces in here that are just, even me, okay, as a man in a relationship, all that, this is just hard to hear. But then on top of that, imagine this being on one of the highest, let me show you this here. One of the highest, most watched episodes in Facebook watch history. Just saying. Or at that time. I'm sure there's more, I'm sure it's different now. But imagine that. Now, I know we all seen this entanglement-ish. We all seen it, but I just want us to see it one more again so we could just hear a little bit of the conversation. We're not going to throw the whole thing, but just a little bit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
There's people's feelings involved.
Right.
It's healing that needs to happen.
Mm-hmm. Yes, absolutely. So what happened, Jada?
Okay. So I think it was about 4 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
Started a friendship with August.
Mm-hmm.
And we actually became really, really good friends.
Mm-hmm.
And it all started with him just needing some help.
Mm-hmm.
Me wanting to help his health, his mental state.
Okay. Now, we already know all this stuff. We already know about all this stuff. But just look at the look on his face. This says enough to me. This shows to me that this man is breaking. But then he's breaking on his wife's show so that she can make her show relevant, so that she can secure them bags at his emotional expense. I feel like he is being exploited here. That's just what I feel. I don't feel like this feels right. But this is breaking him. The dude is broken. And all this time, he has been doing everything he can to get his Will Smith back, his Big Willie style back, or even his Fresh Prince back. This is not the Will Smith that I know. that we know. And we've seen this before, and we watched this before. We all saw this a couple years ago when this whole entanglement thing went down and how embarrassing it was. And people were out here laughing, pointing fingers and laughing, snickering behind his back and all that stuff. He's been dealing with this for years. Now, I'm going to say this, though, too. This does not justify his actions. This does not justify his actions at all. But I can see where everything came to a head and he just lost it. I can see that. Violence is not the answer. I'm going to repeat that again. Violence is not the answer. But I can see where this man just snapped, period, and lost his ish. And that's sad. It's sad. And, we've all seen the photos. We've seen the look on his face. You can even see in this right here. This man hasn't slept in days, it looks like in this video. Homeboy hasn't slept in days. He hasn't slept in days, yo. So, I can understand where people are sitting here saying, Jada broke Will Smith. And the question also remains, how did this information really come out like this? And why didn't they, you see what I'm saying? It's tough because I'm sure they play a lot of things close to the chest as they should because they are a Hollywood power couple. They have an image to uphold, all that stuff. And I'm not sitting here saying that this is all, I'm not trying to put the blame, okay? I'm not trying to blame all on Jada. Jada did not push him up to the stage to smack Chris Rock in the face, but she does have a part in this situation. She does. She has a part in it for sure. We got Josie Blue. Thank you so much for the $5 super chat. Let me get that here real quick. It almost disappeared. Will master acting and singing. He's a well-liked man, but never mastered making his wife happy. Now it's a never-ending battle to do so. I agree, he snapped. Yeah, he most definitely snapped. And yes, even in this video here, even in this particular video, she sits there and goes, I just wanted to feel good. And he just has to say, she literally says this in the interview or in this conversation. I just needed to feel good. She literally says that. Like she Halle Berry with Billy Bob Thornton in Monsters Balls, okay? Sitting there going, make me feel good. Like she says, I just wanted to feel good. I like he can't handle that for her. I just needed to feel good. Huh? And this is being said on one of the highest viewed Facebook watch shows ever. Again, world stage, Will Smith sitting there and literally taking it on the chin. And of course, he becomes the butt of all the jokes, super emasculated, so on and so forth, and all that. Damn. Then if you watch, because I sat and I watched it a while back because I am a Will Smith fan. But he did the whole thing of best shape of my life. And he's writing this memoir, or, his autobiography and all that stuff. And he's sitting there getting emotional like every 5 seconds. He's trying to lose weight. He's talking about his upbringing. He's doing all this stuff. I think that there's a lot of things that are going on inside of him right now that are just still percolating. He's a boiling pot of hot water with the lid on it. And if there's nowhere for that pressure to go, it's just going to start melting the pot. It's just going to blow the lid off. And this is exactly what's happening right now. He just destroyed his career, though. His career is destroyed. Sad. Jeff Hyde, thank you so much for the $5 super chat. Too bad for Chris Rock that Jada's leash on Will was long enough to reach the stage. Facts. Like, I feel like I just wish he could have gone up and just said, she before he got up, she just put her hand on his arm, being like, baby, no, sit down. No. Don't do that, baby. And he would have been like, all right, well, he's saying stuff, man. You know what I mean? Something, but no. Oh, I missed your super chat. I'm sorry. I know it's probably deep somewhere. If you just repeat it, I'll put it up here. Not the super chat, but if you repeat what you said in the super chat, I'll put it up here. Okay, Lady Justice. And also, thank you so much for sending me the link to that video, or to this video right here. Mafe Martinez, thank you so much for the $5 super chat. I've seen / lived through many times how bad marriages ruin good people. Always so bad. Yeah. It's bad. This whole enchilada is very, very bad. And to me, it looks like a situation where, I don't know. I mean, maybe they're going down the route of divorce. You never know. They might be walking down the aisle towards divorce. Because how long can you sit here and take this kind of stuff? Just saying that out loud. Just saying. It's a very sad and messed up situation that's kind of been transpiring for the past few years. And I know some people are sitting here saying that August Alsina's song is about Jada. The song I Love It. I think it's called I Love It. Way too tired to be talking about this. Something like that. 3 o'clock and I'm faded. You know that song. Apparently, it's about her. I don't know. I appreciate all the super chats that are coming in. Just Rashonda says that mental health is so important sometimes. You have to save yourself from a so-called loved one. Absolutely. And maybe he's just in there dealing with it. You never know. You also got to remember, though, too, the last time that Will Smith had a good movie was a long time ago. I'm saying before King Richard. And some people will sit here and say that King Richard wasn't that good. I'm sorry, but some people will say that. Okay? Some people will say that. And some people will sit here and say he didn't deserve that Oscar, even before he slapped Chris Rock. But at the same time, some people think that his performance was absolutely amazing. Okay. But he still won that Oscar nonetheless. But he has not put out a good movie between After Earth, shoot, Wild Wild West. I mean, he did sequels, sure, fine. Bad Boys, but you can never beat the original. Come on, it's Bad Boys. It's the original's phenomenal. You can never beat that one. But other than that, unless he's reprising a role, he hasn't really put out a movie that's just been like, phew. And some people sit here and go, oh yeah, King Richard, amazing. And some people sit there and say it wasn't good and that he didn't deserve it. But apparently that August Alsina song apparently is about Jada, about knocking the boots with Jada. Ain't no stitch, no, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm everything and not. I mean, come on. It's in the song. Just saying. Okay. Let's get it. Jeff Height, thank you so much again for the $5 super chat. We now know where Will stands on bros before hoes and hoes before bros question. Chris definitely knows. Yeah, he made it a very abundantly clear where he stood on all that ish. He was like, nah, man, we ain't bros no more, homie. Nah, homie. Snack Panther, thank you so much for the $5 super chat. Will and Jada are in their 50s with money. Take that L and move on. Comedians cannot stand the abuse. See, that's the thing. Like it's getting, but that's the thing though. No one should be getting smacked in the face for making a joke. Unless it's filled with malice. If it's like some sort of racism, volatile fueled, anger fueled thing that is backed with malice and trying to bring harm to that person. I could see somebody standing up and going, hey, how dare you say that? But at the same time, though, this man's just making a joke. And yes, not every joke lands well. That one didn't land that well. But they should have just kept it moving. Or Will has every right to speak back and yell back and go, put my wife's name out your effing mouth. He has every right to do that. Every right. He has every right. But putting his hands on him, in the eyes of the law, let's just talk about it. In the eyes of the law, he broke some laws there. And I'm surprised that he didn't get arrested. I'm surprised they didn't sit there and go, we need to kick you out, sir. Like it's some damn club. You know for a fact, let's keep it straight funky, y'all. Okay? When it comes to fights that go on in a bar, they don't give two dimes, yo. They don't give two dimes who threw the first punch, who started it, not no one. They don't give two damns. They go zero tolerance, bye-bye. Yo, Rick and Seth, get the hell out of here, man. Chill the hell out. You know, walk it off. And they try to split you up. They'll kick out one guy and give him 10 minutes to kick rocks, and then they'll shove the other guy out the damn door. Because there's zero tolerance on violence, period. Zero. And that's how it should be. That's how it should be. But lo and behold, they didn't do nothing to Will Smith because they were like, well, he's about to win the Oscar. Oh, my God, what are we going to do? What should we do? Do we keep him? Do we kick him out? We don't know. And lo and behold, he still got to chill, sitting there with his head up all high and stuff. Keep my wife's name out your effing mouth. No one did nothing except they walked up to him and gave him hugs and a pat on the back. And then as soon as he won, standing ovation. Oh, my God. So proud. Come on, man. Come on. Nothing happened? Not a damn ting? Yeah. No, I'm not with it. Maritza, thank you so much for the $5 super chat. Soon, no one will be talking about this, and he would have gotten away with it. People forget very easily and move on, sadly. I don't entirely agree with you on that. I'm so sorry. I don't, because here's the thing. It is Wednesday, and people are still talking about it. People are still talking about it. Let's see what happens by the end of the week. Maybe you might be right, but I don't think so. Because you also got to remember, as soon as he comes out with a movie that he's in, everyone's going to go, remember Will Smith when he did this thing? They're also still investigating, allegedly. This might be for show. This might be theater, right? This might be just for show, the Academy doing investigation in this slap. And if that's the truth, if that really is what it is, then okay, fine. But they still are putting on a show, at least, of looking at this situation and diving in and doing an investigation. And then there will be an announcement letting them know what's going to happen, if he's going to keep his Oscar or if he's not going to keep his Oscar, if he has to pay a fine or if he's going to be kicked out of the Academy or suspended or whatever. So this is still going to be going on for months to come. I guarantee you, unless they decide like by the end of this week. But from my understanding, they're going to be looking into this. They're going to be talking with Will Smith. They're going to be talking with Chris Rock. Then Chris Rock still has his special that's going to be coming out whenever that does come out, maybe by the end of 2022. So everybody in Mama is going to be reminded of that as well. Then on top of that, you cannot forget, even as we go into 2023, they're still going to be doing Oscars again. You don't think anybody's going to remember this and talk about this situation again? I'm just saying, it's still, the saga must continue. It's just going to keep going, baby. It's going to keep going. Woo! It's going to keep going. I got another super chat. Hey, thank you so much for the $5 super chat. G.I. Jane was fierce as hell, and Jada looks gorgeous and fierce with her bald head. She loves her head. So how is it even an insult? I mean, that's what I'd like to know too, AA. That's what I'd like to know too, baby. That's what I'd like to know. I don't know. I really don't know. Some people, she to me, when she rolled her eyes, she still had a smirk on her face, like, oh, this guy's stupid. And that was it. And that would have been fine. But Will saw something else, and he mother loving snapped. He snapped. All right, Lady Justice. Maybe this is what you put in the super chat. I don't know, but and again, thank you for the super chat. But if this isn't it, then I'm sorry. But the Pascal show, and that was the debate on Joe Rogan with him and his guest. Joe had some good points, but he doesn't seem to grasp that jokes can hurt because it's just comedy. I agree. I wholeheartedly agree with you on the whole part of, yes, it could still hurt somebody because you don't know where everybody's coming from. You don't know where they are emotionally, where they stand, how they're feeling, so on and so forth. And I'm with you on that 110%. But at the same time, though, if you know for a fact that you're walking into the Oscars and you know that there's going to be comedians on the stage, and you know that your husband or yourself is up on up on the possibility of winning an Oscar, they're going to be the focus of the jokes and the subject matters that they're saying when the presenters go up there on the stage. So for him to go up there and make a joke and roast some of the actors, because he roasted Javier Bardem and what's her face? I forgot her name now too. I feel like an idiot. Penelope Cruz, and he made a joke like blah blah blah. Hey, you better win. You better hope your wife wins tonight, kind of thing. And they joked and they laughed, and then he went right over to them and made a joke. So he was roasting everybody. That was it. Full on joke. So I just feel like if you're going to be walking in, that there's going to be comedians on the stage roasting everybody. Shoot, Regina Hall made a joke about Judi Dench, Dame Judi Dench, telling her work harder because she didn't win the Oscar. It was a joke. It was just a joke. That's what they do. It's a roast. That's just all it is. It's just a few jokes, a few jabs here and there, and they keep it moving. And I think that when it came to this, yes, you can't please everyone. And I get that everyone is in a place emotionally, in a different place. Everybody has their mental health. Everyone's fighting, so on and so forth, within their own self. They're fighting with their own emotions, fighting with their own mental health and all that. But as a comedian, you can't expect to know where everybody is standing right off the bat. I feel like that's very hard to do. If you do that, then you can't make any jokes. Then you should just be up there being Oprah. No jokes at all. That's what it should be then. Forget stand-up comedy. Forget trying to make a joke here and there and have a good time. Done. Then don't bring comedians on the stage for the Oscars. Bring in political commentators and you know what I mean? Bring out other people that won't make any jokes at all and just sit there and go, okay, well, the winner of the Oscars goes to, and it's just boring as sin, which is already boring. The Oscars are already boring, y'all. It's already boring. So I see what you're saying, but you can't accommodate everybody. If you do that, then you might as well just walk up and say nothing. Because somebody will be upset that you're even breathing on the damn stage. They'll be like, you're breathing too hard on the mic. How dare you? You know what I'm saying? It's like, damn, I'm just standing here. Ma. I got smacked for breathing. I'm just saying. I am just saying. Okay. But I do feel you on that. I definitely feel you on that. Words can hurt. Jokes can hurt. Yeah. Yeah. You know what? Snack Panther, where you at? Where did it go? Dang, it just disappeared on me. Bang. Yes. I'd love to. And literally, I wouldn't say anything. I'll be like, yo, I'm scared about getting punched or smacked today. So I'm just going to walk up here and say, the nominees for best, that's it. The Oscar goes to. This show is sponsored by Nabisco. See ya. You know what I'm saying? Just keep it bland as hell. Keep it boring. But yes, I do hear you on all that. But sometimes you just gotta make the jokes. You gotta make them laugh. And I mean, this becomes a much bigger conversation in itself as well about just stand-up comedy, what's okay, what's not okay. Because now everybody, you know, we got some really thin skin. You know, a lot of us have some really thin skin out here. And it sucks sometimes when you just want to make a joke and just be done. But there are ways. I'll say this though too. You know, on the side of what Lady Justice said, there are ways of still being entertaining, still making jokes without actually just going and roasting everybody. There is a way of doing that. And maybe that's an approach that needs to happen. Or they need to bring in those kinds of comedians that are willing to just, you know, maybe it's more self-deprecating jokes, more jokes of roasting themselves rather than going and joking on the stars of the show. Maybe that's what it is. And maybe not. I don't know. You know, this is a much bigger conversation that I would love to have with a stand-up comedian just to hear their thoughts on all this, you know? So it's something we got to talk about for sure. But, you know, that is the show for right now. You know, I will be on in a few hours. There's a lot of stuff that's going on right now revolving around the Naomi Irion missing persons case. There is an arraignment going on around 2 p.m. this afternoon. I'm going to try to see if I can catch the tail end of that. But then I will be on at 6 p.m. Central Standard Time. That's the most important part. I'll be on at 6 p.m. Central Standard Time after the arraignment and everything to talk with Naomi Irion's sister, Tamara Cartwright. So she'll be on with me at 6 p.m. And if you don't know about this story of Naomi Irion, she's an 18-year-old woman that was abducted in the parking lot of a Walmart out in Nevada. She is currently still missing, but they do have a suspect. Literally, they have a suspect that they have arrested, and they're having an arraignment for this piece of work right here, Troy Driver. So they are going to be doing that at 2 p.m. My time. And then, yes, around 6 p.m. Central Standard Time, I'll be sitting down and talking with Naomi Irion's sister, Tamara, just to see what she thinks about the arraignment and if there's any more new information revolving around her case. So hopefully we're going to have some new information. Yes, the Horde 41, Tater Boy Troy. That's what we've been calling him on this show and also on the Grizzly True Crime Show as well. But yes, so tonight, 6 p.m. Central Standard Time, be sure to tune in. We will be talking about the new updates and all that, you know, and talking about the arraignment and all that. So, but before I get going, please do me a favor. Hit that like button down below. I know we went past 1.1K likes. That's amazing. That really means a lot, y'all. I really appreciate all the new faces and all the new people a part of the show. I really do appreciate it. I love every single last one, y'all. You guys are incredible. And of course, do not forget to hit that subscribe button. Also, follow me on Twitter, The Pascal Show, one word. Or if you're not a Twitter person and you are a TikTok or Instagram person, please follow me on those platforms as well. It is The Pascal Show, one word over there as well. Anyway, I appreciate all y'all for being on. You guys have been incredible. Stay blessed out there. And I will see you guys tonight at 6 p.m. Central Standard Time for an exclusive interview. We got Tamara back on the show to talk about Naomi, Irion, and any other news we can find so that we can bring her home as quickly as possible. I do believe she's still out there and she's still alive. That's what I feel in my heart of hearts. And I think the more we talk about it, the closer we get to bringing her home. I got a gang of other stories and conversations I got to do with you guys. So be on the lookout for that. Don't forget to hit that notification bell so that you know whenever I go live or when I upload, you'll be right there to consume that information. Anyway, guys, I love you guys. I'll see you guys soon, 6 p.m. Central Standard Time. Be good to yourselves. Be good to one another. And I'll see you guys very soon. This is The Pascal Show. Bye.